Making a sequel. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. It's been a long time since we've taken our first look at Rise of Industry, and now Rise of Industry 2 is coming soon. But the demo is available now, courtesy of the Steam Next Fest. This game is very much like a open TTD slash transport fever type game with lots of cool things to make, manufacture, transport, and of course, to make money from. Now, this game also reminds me a lot of, you remember SimCity 2013? It kind of gives me that vibe when I close in on some of the buildings and look closely at things. But this game has an incredible amount of depth, is super beefy, and maybe rather confusing and almost like a dredge to get through. It's a slog, I think, with the tutorial and the campaign having a lot of stuff to learn. But once we learn it, I guess that's the big thing that makes these games different than others, and also what makes this game different than others in the genre. So welcome aboard. Good to see you all here. Thanks again for subbing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, and thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think of the game down below. We're going to start with the tutorial here today because it has a lot of great lore, I guess we could say. You'll see what I mean in a minute, and then we'll jump into the campaign too. Let's go.
The last thing we need is somebody looking too closely at this thing. All right, I'll see you around. Hi, I'm Frank Wilson, and I want to turn you into a captain of industry. If you're hungry and you're willing to learn, I can teach you how to build a bulletproof investment portfolio, taking in everything from agriculture to aviation. But before I bestow my wealth of industrial experience upon you, I got to be sure that you can handle yourself. So, welcome to Spoolsville. It's a little backwater burg where you can come to grips with the basics of business without causing too much damage to your reputation, or mine. So here's your assignment. I want to see if you can figure out how to build the facilities to create VHS tapes. Nothing too taxing. Once you've figured out the lay of the land, so to speak, we can take off the training wheels and start making some real money. You ready? Good. Then I'll see you on the other side.
VHS tapes? Those are gonna fizzle out before they even take off. Remember VHS? Remember. Alright, cool. So we're gonna speed through some of the wordy tutorial here, but that's great. It looked like every single one of the missions in the campaign have like a little intro like that with the TV. So they've hired an actor and gave it an 80s vibe, which is great. So I love that tremendously. Okay, so as you mentioned, we're gonna get started by building all the things we need in order to make VHS tapes. So some of that's gonna take crude oil in order to make plastic for the tapes, so we'll certainly do that. As you can see, they're teaching a lot of the basics of like the WASD to look around and like hit the middle mouse button to rotate, that kind of thing. But the basics are out of the way now, so we're going to get started by doing this first, creating a new complex, and it's going to be a hydrocarbon extraction complex, which we're going to put right here. Perfect. Now we're also going to need like an HQ building for that, so we'll plop that over here. Kind of reminding me of how you do things in City Skylines Industries DLC as well. Okay, we got that down. So let's continue. And then the next thing is to connect that to the roads. We've got roads here. We got a highway access road and a few more things. I don't think this is everything that's in the game, but we certainly do have quite a few things to build with. So we got roads, tanks, railways, conveyors, lots of ways to store and transport things, including pipelines, it looks like. Yeah, water pipe connectors, and then also decoration too, which is kind of cool. All right, well, let's build a road here then, from that facility to the road here. And it's two ways, so it'll be all right. And then everything's building, so we just have to pause. So we'll just kind of wait for it all to get together. All right, so now it's constructing. I think we saw like a little truck there, and excavators are out here, tower crane. And look at all the vehicles on the road, too. About as close as we can zoom in, but I like the look of things. I really do. I like the look a lot, actually. And especially the town. Now, I said SimCity 2013 before. I don't know why it gives me that vibe, but it does a little bit. It doesn't look exactly like it, but I don't know. There's something about that game that's just sticks with me from time to time. All right, so now we're going to work on building an actual, oil well in order to extract all that oil that we just set up with the main building. So the extraction building over there, we're going to build our crude oil extractor somewhere around here and plop that down somewhere where we can extract. I guess it's gonna go right there. Perfect. So just like before, it'll build, and yeah, the 80s music is here. All the little like grid thing at the bottom too is kind of here, you know, like a Tron vibe or whatever. So that's getting done. Okay, now they want us to build an access road, a different road from the previous one, from the highway. I guess that was a highway here, but really more of a connection to it. And then we're going to connect that all the way to there. And it takes a little bit of time to build too. I also get a little mini motorways vibe when I'm building these roads too. Love that game. Okay, let's go ahead and build our complex and extraction expansion here with the power line connector. We're going to go ahead and plop down one of those. What if they tell us where it is? So it's under the facility itself. Ooh, look at this, by the way. I forgot to check out all the stuff up here. So we got, like, the date. We got our money. We've got research generation, satisfaction points. We got utility and what looks to be water usage. So utility meaning electricity and water, both together. Cool. All right, let's build a power line connector then. That number is about to go up a lot more. Ooh, look at all these other things, too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Water connection. Then we got our headquarters connection, too. And regional infrastructure. So they want us to build from here. If we can actually close this menu and open it up. Yeah. Okay, so power lines. Where do we want to get those from? Utility connector. Looks like it's going to be under this one here. Under distribution. And then power lines there. And I wonder if we're going to build a substation. Looks like there are power line connectors there. Is that what they mean, the substation? Okay, that's what we should be building first. But then we're going to have to connect it with the power lines more than likely. We'll see if that facility actually auto connects. I don't think so, but we also see a water pipe coming in too. But I love the look of the game. It's very clean. It's almost like 2 Point Hospital as well, or 2 Point Campus, or that very soon coming 2 Point Museum, which I'm very excited for on that one. Okay, power line facility is getting done. Now they want us to connect that all the way around. Okay, so they got everything set up for us. So we're building that, I guess not from here, but to here. We're going to connect... Oh, an access road to there, not the power lines. Okay. So clean, that access road. It's almost like, boy, I don't know. I feel like it's a warehouse floor. Freshly painted and all that. Very nice. Okay, I guess in order to construct this, yeah, we need the access road to that. So anything that we construct needs to have a road connection to it, so that way we can actually construct it. And then that'll build shortly. And then we more than likely will have to connect those power lines and probably do something with water too. Man, that jazz. Nice. While we wait, let's look around a little bit. Take a look at the town. Spoolsville, as he mentioned. Very good looking buildings. Medium density apartment buildings, little trailers, some small row houses here. Almost look like a modern church, but looks to be a town hall. Maybe a movie theater there. And big old water tower, which looks really cool. I like it. And is the town connected to a highway? It is. And it looks like things are also maybe separated into regions. There's our headquarters building there. Our global headquarters. Cool. Alright, where's that road? Still getting built? We gotta build that turn section here. I thought I clicked, but I guess it didn't take. Cool. Alright, so they'll build the rest of that as well. No problem. Okay, then we build the power line while we're waiting. Not a biggie. Exactly as I predicted. All according to plan. And we'll do the same for water. Oh, I knew it. I knew we'd do it for water. So then what? Water pipe connector. Access road on the inside. We're starting to get this now. Pipe on the outside connecting to that main route there. Kind of reminds me of, you know, like SimCity, where you'd connect water and power off the city limits, and then you could automatically purchase some. Kind of a cool way to do that. Okay, then the access road can just connect to the other one. And this is just for the oil to get plastic going, so we haven't even really begun yet. Boy, does that look dangerous. Alright, now we need some storage tanks, so the oil wells will have somewhere to store all the oil until it's shipped. So, there we are. Storage tanks. That's getting popped in too. Oh, wow, they've even put detail. Look at this. Look at this. Little picnic tables under that. Yeah, look at that. The little awning there. Everybody's out having their lunch. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Okay, let's continue on. Now we're going to delete the storage tanks in your hydrocarbon hydrocarbon extraction complex. What? Why? I guess just to teach us how to delete things. Warp. Alright, very good. You're editing this complex. I am done. Oh, they want us to build them a little over here. Okay. So I guess just showing us how to delete things. With the story of probably not wanting to be near where people are having their lunch, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to build a tanker loading facility. Oh, this is great. So things are being extracted here, stored here, and then they're going to have to be loaded onto tanker trucks. So that's kind of cool that there's actually a tanker loading facility. We'll have to put the highway end out towards the highway. Surprise, surprise. We can connect that to the road, and then connect the access road to the access road. Dobre. Opravdu dobre. Good. Alright, finished construction of all buildings. And so I guess we're just waiting now. Cool. Okay, so we moved some things around. So to recap, we built basically a substation connecting to the main power grid, which then distributes power to the facility. We've done the same with water. We then are, I guess, powering our buildings and also providing them with water here. The complex, I guess, a main facility for the workers to, or at least to work in this facility, to be able to, you know, come here, have their briefings, have a lunch, use the restroom, whatever. And it's kind of the same at the headquarters, but on a larger scale. Looks like we've already got a, like an expansion to that there, somehow. Headquarters is expanded somehow to have like another building on top of it. All right, now time to work on contracts. And that'll make us some extra money, I'm only imagining. Bloop, bloop. So now let's go ahead and negotiate a new contract with Theodore Jones. And I guess we're going to go with something like, I don't know, crude oil. Seems to make sense there. We also have cassette tapes, plastic records, compact discs, and paper. That's cool. We're going to have a lot of things that define the 80s, I suppose. So maybe eventually we'll start making VCRs and big color TVs that are like, you know, very small but yet very heavy. All right, begin negotiating to sell crude oil in our contracts. Oh, I thought we did. Wait, begin negotiating. I thought we kind of already negotiated there. Select resource, crude oil. Confirm. Yes, we want to sell. Oh, production details. Ah, I see. 30 barrels every 7 days. I guess this shows where the facility is and whatnot. And how much we have in storage. We do want to sell 30 barrels every 7 days. Oh, I see. So we just had to confirm that. I thought it was already selected, but apparently that's already good to go now. Okay. Alright, so now we just got to export that stuff. Oh, we also have deliveries going. Now you do not have any active contracts. That's good. Other companies. So these are the people that we're selling to or buying from, depending on whatever it may be. Oh, that sounded cool as hell. Connections there. We've already negotiated a contract, so I think we're just waiting for it to sell off. There's a tanker truck there. Bay usage 0 out of 24. 25 barrels already in storage, so that the truck there can hold... Was it... the bay can hold 24. The truck I can't see. Now it's outputting 5. Interesting. Over the contract negotiation panel, are we negotiating again? Well, we already got our contract there. Oh, we had to also click to start it? I guess we gotta wait until August 6th, which is today, though. Okay, that took a while. I thought this was the same as previously. Okay. There we go. Now we got to distribute the stuff. Now it's acknowledged it. Let's add a delivery of crude oil as we wanted to do that. And our destination, well, our origin has to be here, our facility where that truck is, or anywhere in the facility. And then we need to choose a destination. So that would be our headquarters? Okay. And it says here 1 barrels per day. I guess we'll go for 10. Okay, so now we're going to start working on making plastic. So open the production manual. So it's going to show us how to make stuff. So what equals what? So crude oil then can make waxes, which then can make going towards natural gas and wax. He's going to give us a tour of all the different things. Oh yeah, there you go. Computers. So this is how to make them. So we need to make things like tempered glass, chemicals, microchips, circuit boards, wires, and plastic. And that is what goes in that. Or corn. So corn could make all sorts of different products here, like corn syrup, whiskey, snack foods, frozen foods, that kind of thing. That's good. But here's all the stuff we can make. Got jet engines, we've got logs, nuclear fuel, and we got records, silver, soda, video game cartridges. Hell yeah. Looks like Duck Hunt right there. We got wires. Do we have wine? We do have wine. Weird bottle for that. Looks like it'd be kind of more like a whiskey bottle or something. Not a traditional wine bottle for sure. Plastic there is what we want to get to. That's something we got to start making. So we'll need to take our crude oil, right? We're making crude oil. Then we got to start converting that into plastic. That's got to be our goal. So open the plastic, what's it called? Fractionation tower. Wow, this game is getting really detailed. Now, I told you this was complex, and this is a little... Some of the stuff is simple, but the tutorial's wordy. But now we're starting to get into some things that you normally don't see in a game when it comes to... a lot of games make crude oil into chemicals, then into plastic. But this is kind of a whole different take on this. So, interesting for sure. Okay, open the plastic fractionation crude oil page. This one? Yeah. So now a little tutorial on that. Close the manual. So produce 15 barrels of crude oil per day. Currently we're making 5. So we could maybe expand on that. Is there anything we could do to increase this without making another one? We have 9 workers working there. So we could probably build another one. We could build another oil well. You can kind of see the circle there around it. I'm not sure what that effect is, actually. I don't think that's a range. Yeah, it has to be on top of the resources, otherwise it doesn't count. So we might be able to get more here. And we'll kind of have that funnel towards that roadway. Only have a highway road here, though. There's our access road. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that'll add more production, and I'm not sure exactly if we can see how much we're pulling for this area. 6% and 10%, I guess, is how much the city can spare for industry. We'll have to increase that somehow. Maybe we can make our own facilities on site at some point. Maybe we can make, I don't know, some sort of windmill or something. It would have to be small scale is what I mean. I don't think we build a coal power plant just for our oil pumps. It'd have to be something small. Maybe the game has solar panels, but also I'm trying to think that this is literally 1980. So the end of the 70s. So this game's really kind of based on the, although they're going into the 80s vibe, it's right now kind of more of the 70s. Like all the vehicles driving around Most of them on the road are probably from the 70s. Same with all the buildings and stuff. I mean, we're only like 8 months into the 80s. There's probably not much going on 80s wise yet. Purple Rain hasn't hit yet. Alright, currently we're making 10 barrels per day. We could try to make one more. Right there, which doesn't require us to build a road or anything. Cool to see the fire come out like that. Hey, there we go. Alright, now we're going to put everything all together. So now we're going to do kind of what we did before, but it's going to be about assembly rather than extraction. So just like we did before, a facility with a headquarters. And then everything there on the right side. So we got to build storage tanks, tanker loading facilities. Woo, that's a lot of stuff. All right, so I guess we'll make a road coming out from there. Oh, is that going to be parallel to that road? I guess that's fine. It's okay for tutorial work. All good. Build some storage tanks. Now, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, that one guy? Yeah, pal, you who just clicked to the middle of this video, skipping all the beginning. Yeah, you go right back to the beginning there, pal. Come on, this guy. Skipping in the middle, wondering what we're doing. Yeah, you go back to the beginning, pal. We'll see you in a little bit. Right now, we're making a plastic factory, but you probably missed how we got here. You go back to the beginning. What are you doing? Hey, we got 10 million bucks almost, too. We're, of course, only losing money, but we're setting up our production chain, so that's bound to happen. Okay, so they want us to build industrial storage warehouses. We'll build that. And I guess we could build that maybe here. And then we need to build storage tanks. Connect that together there and here. Okay. Power line connector. Oh, the same stuff as before too over here, yeah. But how do we connect to power lines that are further away? Like that, maybe? Okay, power line connector. Or is there power lines closer? Nope. Don't really see them around, so I guess we could build like this. The other way. There we go. Then we'll build power lines that go up. Cool. I guess that does the job. Tanker loading facility, too. Wait, is that still under construction? Oh, we need to also connect this. Tanker loading facility. That says industrial loading facility there. Tanker loading facility, that's what we want here. Someone has to connect to the road, though. The highway. Perfect. Wow, I like how at least they've given us a long list and that we've done it before, so it's familiar. This is nice and clean, though. More than it was. The water pipe connector. Oh boy. Same thing as before, huh? And we'll just follow that all the way. Okay, and then build a plastic fractionation tower. There it is. Now I'm just putting this all together for the first time, also getting Parkitect vibes by looking at it this way too. I love it, man. There's so many games that are crossing over with their look and their feel nowadays, and I've been seeing this more often on Steam now too, where devs are like, "Hey, we made this game, and here are all the games that we grew up playing that inspired us to make this game or whatever. And I like that because it's like, how the heck do you make a game nowadays without being inspired by a bunch of other games? Like, it's impossible. So clearly any new game being made now is definitely being inspired by something else. And that's great. And hopefully we get better games because of it. Start a crude oil delivery from the hydrocarbon complex to this one and produce 4 drums of plastic per day. Okay, so now we just got to set up a delivery route. Let's add a delivery of crude oil from the facility here to the facility here. Yes. Okay. So it says that checks out. There goes the trucks to deliver to the headquarters. And I wonder if we have to cut off that other trade. I'm not sure. Wouldn't be a bad idea, though, to make more fuel here. Could make some more crude oil. What if we need to set a number for that? Let's check those deliveries again. Yeah, we had to change the delivery amount here, so let's reduce this one to 1. And we'll change this one to... Some bays are currently unavailable at the destination complex due to building shutdowns. A lot of these buildings are not functioning just because they don't have the oil they need. Oh, there we go. Now I can increase the number. I don't think I could do that before. I was looking for that. That hopefully will get us what we need. There's a problem here with water. There it goes. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Alright, now we got to build a cassette tape factory. Damn, this is going to be long. This is cool. I thought he said we were going to make VHS tapes, but maybe I misread that. I don't know, I'm thinking about some of my favorite VHS tapes. I remember getting Shawshank Redemption on VHS like 3 times in a year because I watched the movie so much I burnt it out. I think I got it for my birthday, and then I think somebody just bought another one for me because I burnt it out on my birthday, and then I got another one for Christmas. And then I think I finally got it on DVD. Now I have no idea where that is now. Okay. So now we need to make a new facility. So we've got our plastic and our hydrocarbon factory up, but now we need our... we need to start a contract to buy paper. Oh, so we're going down the route to do that. Okay, so we need a new contract. They're telling us to go to the building facility, and then what? Not really making sense. I think what we want to do is start another contract. So that should be highlighted there. But that seems to be only to export our oil. Plastic production is there. Hydrocarbon there. Our headquarters there. Regional infrastructure. We could build roads wherever. Media production complex. Is that what they mean? Oh, okay. Can we put this wherever we want now? I hope so. These facilities are quite huge, though. They give you tons of room to build stuff. I guess it's just to kind of future-proof you for future expansion. Build back here. And I guess the same deal as before. So cassette tape factory. Produce 4 boxes of cassette tapes per day. So we will need an actual factory. It doesn't look like anything else is unlocked. So I guess we're just going to deliver plastic here, and then that's it. They just magically work. We don't need water and power, do we? I'd imagine we would, especially for the main facility. Because they do have offices there too, and makes sense that they'd have to have some of those pieces in place. Okay, now on to pipes. Good to connect all that stuff up. Oh, that's hilarious. That kind of looks like cassette tape right there, doesn't it? Interesting. Okay, so from the plastic production, we want to add a delivery of plastic from this facility, which we're not making any. We need to start a contract to buy paper, too. And this says it's not connected, but does that mean lack of... Not sure what that alert means there. We need plastic. No storage compatible with outputs. Okay. We do need more things for this facility. Maybe that'd be a consumer goods warehouse. Maybe an industrial storage warehouse. So, you know, I'm just kind of guessing and using my previous knowledge of playing games like this before to kind of save myself from a tutorial. If I was sitting there reading everything, this would be like a 3 or 4 part video. And so sometimes tutorials like kind of prevent you from having fun because they're so much like being in class. On the other hand, you can't say the developers didn't try to teach you, but also I kind of like to take a mix of trying to do things by speeding through a tutorial and then learning things on my own to keep some things as a surprise and having that delight of it not being like a job where I've been trained and then I'm just repetition doing that job, but like to kind of discover things and see what you can do. Like, look at this, workers, look at the details in this game. This is actually legit. We got forklifts driving around with crates. We got guys standing around chatting. We got all these different barrels here. Apparently America themed, 4th of July. We got Tesla coils here defending the power plant just in case the allies get somewhere nearby, especially with their dogs or the spies. I guess if our dogs detect the spies, then we're okay unless Tanya shows up. Shake it, baby. But, that's good, I guess. Okay, what do we need to do? Work towards cassettes. Executive team, alright, contracts. Can I import a new, like, how do I import? I want to import paper. Select company first. Okay. And then select scale. I guess those are the only ones I can do. Okay. Start a contract to buy paper. Didn't I do that? Or was that selling? I don't know. That's the only thing that I've learned so far. Apparently I can't negotiate contracts, though. We're just exporting, you know, crude oil right now just to earn, like, some cash. But with 10 million and us being in the tutorial, I don't think we need to worry about that too much. What else do we have there? Conveyor loading, yeah. Ooh. Contract update. You would blank buy 12 pallets every 6 days of what? Small paper purchase order. Okay, yeah. I'll take the paper then. Okay, there it is. We started the contract to buy paper. I'm not sure how to set that up to be delivered there, though. I guess we'll deliver that to the HQ. Okay. And then Yeah, I don't know how to set that all up. Also, it keeps telling us to return to this menu, but then doesn't tell me exactly what it wants me to do. It wants me to add more things to this facility, I think, but... You'll need to deliver plastic to your new complex. You may need to expand loading facilities in the plastic production complex to make the objective. Right. But this has 64 drums of plastic here. So I want to ship... Wait. What was that exactly? That is the industrial storage warehouse, and that's what we have here. So I want to ship stuff from one warehouse to the other. Okay, so we need a loading dock for that. Okay. So that's, I think, what it should be telling us to do is the industrial loading facility. Now, I wasn't sure if we could take things from one warehouse where it was being stored to another one directly without using this, which is weird because then it means that they're going to, instead of delivering to a warehouse, they're going to, there's trucks that will have to pick up from here, and then they're going to bring it here, and then there's trucks that'll bring it there. It seems like they could just deliver directly to the warehouse. It seems like an added step. It makes sense for shipping out things like crude oil and whatnot from the storage tanks, but when it comes to a warehouse, we should be able to store that directly. Okay, let's see if we can finally do that. Okay. So plastic production to here. Delivery origin must be different from destination. I only want the plastic. Confirm. So there's plastic production here. Facility needs an industrial loading facility. Oh, that we built the tanker one. Okay, that was the piece I was missing. Mm-hmm. But I can't put this down, though. There we go. Wow, so we need a loading facility, yeah, for every piece of the puzzle. Boy. That makes me not want to make these on the highway, but to make like one... This is going to be interesting for how you design your facilities. Then you might want one road coming in from the highway and having all your shipping things here, then warehouses, then production. That's why you're going to need all that space. Alright, I think we may have gotten it. Ta-da. Beautiful. I don't know how many to make. It says produce 4 boxes of cassettes per day. So I'm just going to ship, I don't know, 20 drums per day of plastic. I don't know. We could adjust it. Fine. And this is producing cassette tapes, and those should be stored here at the industrial storage warehouse when they're done. Or no. Maybe the consumer goods warehouse. Those are all ready. Okay, so those red trucks are shipping plastic here. And then I guess they're using forklifts to bring this stuff here to this facility, but it just seems so, I don't know, unnecessary. Like you would have just unloaded that at the warehouse, or at least in the yard here, and then they would have maybe brought it inside. I don't know. All right, let's see if we're making cassette tapes. Looks like we are. Lack of paper. Paper. I'll do 20 as well. Boom. Okay. They're still telling me to go back to construction, but I think we have all the pieces of the puzzle we need. Paper and plastic. There it is. 4 boxes of cassette tapes. Okay, start a contract to sell those tapes. Cassette tapes. We'll do 16 by 10. There it is. Paper purchase, crude oil, small cassettes agreements. Signed contract. End tutorial. We did it. Okay, so now, yeah, so I sped through that, but I mean, that could have taken like 2 or 3 hours, honestly, but I think it's something I definitely want to go through and do on my own, for sure, on like a live stream. I've also started the campaign a little bit just to see what it was like. Here we could make our own logo and our own badge, and definitely the 80s vibes hit hard here. You can name your company, give yourselves a logo, company colors, which then go onto your security badge or whatever, and then design your character a bit. Reminded me a lot of OpenTTD. And then you can go ahead and start your campaign by picking where you want to go. So, you know, you create your executive team, a few other things like that. And then here's all the other missions, like, for example, you know, Vermont, California, Tennessee. Looks like it's all taking place pretty much in the U.S. I don't see anything outside the U.S. Let's go to Cleveland, though, and we're going to watch another intro video. This tells us a little bit more about, you know, what we got to do and, you know, our objectives and rewards for completing those. I like the vibe of this. It's certainly a lot different than Rise of Industry 1, but yet in a very refreshing way. But let's watch TV Man again and see how it all goes. I'm looking forward to it. I am. Guys, I really am. Okay? Okay.
It was not a bribe. I accidentally dropped the envelope of cash while visiting the precinct. You know, kid, the moment I saw you, I said to myself, this kid's got something. A little rough around the edges, sure. A lack of style, maybe. Bad haircut. But the kid's got something. And then I said to myself, you know what this kid's got? Raw materials, baby. The kind of raw materials you find in Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Cleveland Browns. Birthplace of rock and roll, and your first stop on the way to the top. This city is sitting on a metaphorical goldmine of natural resources, all of it waiting for someone to come along and extract those raw materials so they can be transformed into something truly spectacular, just like I'm going to do with you. So I want you to get out there and show this nation that the heart of industry is still beating in Cleveland, Ohio. And for God's sakes, would you please do something about that hair? You're making us look bad.
My hair's fine, so I get many compliments on it all the time. All right, so same deal as before, and yeah, I think the scenario will also serve as its very own, well, tutorial. So there you go. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for today's first look at Rise of Industry 2, but I certainly like what I see here. It's giving me vibes of like SimCity 3000, SimCity 2000, Transport Fever, SimCity 2013, and all sorts of things at once. And I like it. I really do. And I want to play it a lot more. Love to see this game be multiplayer. I wish we had more multiplayer competitive games like OpenTTD where you can really build something cool. But anyway, I'll leave you with a nice look at the what almost looks like a space center for our headquarters. And I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. And we'll see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.